Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a DIY Dollar Tree Santa basket upgrade. Basically, I've taken this basket from the Dollar Tree and some of this car chamois with a glue gun and this cutting device, and I'm going to upgrade that little basket. So if you guys were fortunate enough to get one of these, they are super cute, except they have this like felt little rickrack on the top, and it sort of makes it cheesy. And I just thought it would be so cute if we upgraded it with some of that car chamois fur. And it comes off so easy. I just found the end that was already their end, and I just peeled it. It's so easy, like I said. So what I thought was necessary, because this car chamois, when you cut it, does tend to like fray fur up, really. I thought it would make like a tube of it, okay? And because this car chamois piece that I'm using is a remnant, it's not long enough to go around the basket. So I'm going to cut two of them and glue them together in case you're using scraps and remnants too. But if you have just an entire chamois that you want to dedicate to this, I'm pretty sure that the length of the chamois is enough to go around this basket. You go ahead and test it though. So I decided how thick I wanted it to be, and I doubled that and then added a little extra for glue. I didn't want it to be too thick, and as a matter of fact, I feel like I made it maybe a tiny bit too thick, or I might have glued it just a little too low, because it does come right above Santa's belt, which is cute. Don't get me wrong, it's still cute, but consider that when you're cutting your piece of material. So I just cut about a 2.5-inch piece, which is about, you can always measure a 2.5 piece of ribbon from the Dollar Tree to get that measurement. And then I cut two pieces at that width. That's what and this is the length. This is not the length. This is the width of that chamois. So if I'm cutting across the width of that chamois, I needed two pieces, and then there were some left over, but that's okay. All right, and I ended up getting my good scissor out, and I want to tell you, I have a really good fabric scissor, and it was difficult to cut through this with the fabric scissor, so just take your time, be patient. So now I'm cutting one of the stitched edges off of the strip, and I'm gluing the cut edge over the other stitched edge, because I don't want the stitched edges to show. I want it to look like one continuous piece of fur. So I've just run a bead of glue along the stitched edge, and I cover it with that other cut edge. All right, and let it set up. Actually ended up gluing it to the table, so keep that in mind when you're gluing. Okay, and so once it's all set, and make sure if you're piecing two pieces of fabric together, make sure that the nap is going in the same direction. Basically, the nap from one side of the chamois is different than the nap from the other side of the chamois. And some of them are even quilted on one side. So keep that in mind as well. But I just want to make sure that if you have your thick nap on both tops, or thin nap on both tops, keep that consistent. Okay, and then I'm basically just folding the two sides towards the middle. Folding each edge towards the middle. And I'm gluing. I found it easy to glue one edge down first and then to come back over with the second edge. You do need a little bit more glue that way, but I did find it much easier to do it that way. And then anywhere that I might have skipped over or the glue had dried before I folded it, I just went back and filled in all of those little holidays, my dad used to call them. So I also thought that this basket would be so cute for gift giving. Gift baskets are a huge thing, and you can make some beautiful gift baskets at the Dollar Tree. I really could kick myself for not going back and getting like 12 of these, but I just thought that they were so cute, and my budget doesn't really allow me to keep 12 of them at my house, because just in case. So like I said, this is going to end up being more than we needed, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue the whole length of the tube. And you can see here where I said that gluing the one fold down towards the middle is easier, and then coming back and folding the top down. It's so much easier that way. I ended up showing you the display that these are going to hold my K-cups. And we said they'd be good for gift baskets, but they would look cute with rolled up washcloths in your bathroom. They would look cute for your little overnight guests baskets. Do you guys do overnight guest baskets? I have a guest room, and I have a little tray that has water and cups for the overnight guests, but I also have these little baskets that are in my nightstand that have any toiletries that I might have forgotten, extra shampoo, cotton balls, Q-tips, and all that stuff. So that would look cute with these as well. So the next thing I thought that was important is I found the side. There are these ribs that go, I want to say they go vertical, but they go vertical on the sides. And I found the rib that went across the middle, and I decided that that was going to be the middle. And the middle of where I glued the two pieces together, I want that to be on the side, so it's not in the front. I didn't want the seam to land in the front. So I glued the seam. I started with the side there, and I glued just with hot glue. Right where it was previously glued the felt down from the factory. And I just glued all along that top. Like I said, I started at the side. I went across the back because I wanted the front piece to overlap the back piece. So I went across the back and just glued the whole way. All right. And if you have any of it start to open, go ahead and close it. I didn't, but it could possibly happen. I could see that happening. And again, like I said, keep in mind how high you want this to be on the basket, how much you want it to be as close to the belt as possible. I just thought this basket was so cute, and I couldn't believe it was from the Dollar Tree. Then I grabbed the felt, and I realized that's why it's at Dollar Tree. Just kidding, Dollar Tree, I love you. So we're just going to glue the whole way. And be careful. There were times where the glue, I would pinch the fur on, and then the glue would come through the inside of the basket onto my finger. So just be careful of that. Be mindful of that. And then you want to go the whole way. And I wanted them to butt up to each other. So once I got back around to the other side, before I glued it completely down, I went ahead and I cut off the extra so that it would fit right up against it. And then I glued it. And I also glued along the edge of the cut piece that I just did so it would butt up nicely. And you can see here, you can barely notice that. And that's it. I know that this is just an upgrade to a basket, semi-homemade sort of situation, but I just thought that I had to share it with you guys. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share with friends and family, anybody you know who'd be interested in dolling up their basket. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe, join the family. When you do, a little bell will pop up. Ring that bell, and YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And as always, take care. God bless. Merry Christmas. Bye.